true penetration. The unconscious man she tried to love penetrated her defenses as far as he surrendered his own. With his reckless thrusts, he drank from her endlessness as if she wasn't a visionary bridge between worlds. Yet all he could rise to is the crusade of all that is skin deep, masquerading as love. His gaze began and ended at form and function, his energy fixated on external image, pleasure, and distraction. She was just one escape, not his divine sanctuary. All that lie behind the mask he refused to budge, his wounding he refused to face, banishing her true essence from unwinding into the expansive flower that craved to bloom into the woman she deserved to be. Every time they physically consummated what could be a portal into each other's hearts, she instead felt unmet as he entered her closed petals with mechanical motion, bypassing all duality and wholeness, bypassing her soul. She felt as unseen as a child seeking love from parents encased in ice. Her clenched moans betraying what she envisioned him to be in his highest form. A form he would never reach. Her sacred waters froze, feeling herself drifting away into the wilderness of the unseen. Her nectar turning ash, her smile distantly pressed against the idea of the man she wished he was, rather than the other half of her soul. She left. She lost hope. She lost vision. She lost the expansion of her heart she craved so dearly. Days turn into lifetimes. Worlds end and regenerate. Tears turn into forests. Technology changes, opening her eyes into a warmth in what must be an unlikely dream. She stares back into a king's eyes, his sight beyond sight, reflecting back all she is, acknowledging every fiber of her multidimensional flower she denied from herself to keep those who want her to be less satiated. Feeling wrapped in a new kind of feeling, realizing for the first time in her life, she is held. An unfamiliar safety creeps over her, his deep arms creating a bridge between worlds, a sacred space, a shared inner kingdom. She relaxes her petals for the first time in her life, pulsing moisture flowing out of all the deep wounds she once thought hers alone. A sonar song of surrender reverberating from her womb into the far reaches of space. The wounded fragments of her love's stuckness she once refused to acknowledge become dislodged and effortlessly released into the sanctity of his creating light. Feeling the sacredness between his arms and eyes rippling through her like a war cry of love, moaning into the heat of his wise, playful glance. She happy cries. His journeys into self made the depths of his arms feel like an endless velvet world, made for dancing and singing and dreaming anything and everything into existence. Home. And in the eternity of this moment, her wilderness returns. Her floodgates open. Every fiber of her being alight with sacred passion. Her life before was a prelude, a storybook tale of darkness designed to accentuate the light. It was a dream, not this moment. This moment was a divinity that needs no acknowledgement. He kissed her body as if it was inseparable from who she was at all levels and dimensions. He traced the meaning of all her truths with the outline of his life-giving touch. A powerful momentum in the fabric surrounding each of her breaths. Holding her with a smile, he kisses her forehead, sending a ripple throughout her being. And in this moment, she feels herself orgasm for the first time in her life, repeatedly convulsing the fluid of divine surrender pouring down her legs into awareness. All that she once dared not dream of being reborn before her eyes. She gushed, her petals wide, happy tears blooming from all places and timelines, dancing with life in a simultaneous expression. She never knew what penetration was until this very